Hi everyone and welcome to a new video. Now I just jumped out of the shower into my pajamas and put on green lipstick, which I know sounds weird at first, but I'm doing this in honor of the lovely jumper or sweater that Olive over at A Book Olive wore in her video, because she just uploaded her take on the All About the Reading tag, which is in fact a tag I created when I still only had my blog, and I forgot about that tag. I forgot about my own tag, which is funny because actually quite a few people did it back then. So yes, thanks to Olive, I remember that I did that tag and thought it would be good to bring it onto this community now that I'm part of it. It's a bit ironic because I no longer really do tags in a way that I will do this one. But again, I thought it would be good to spread the word about this tag on this platform as well, and yeah, get the word around about this tag. And the great thing is that I'm the creator, so I don't have to worry that the creator is going to be pissed off at me for forgetting to link their tag video, because I am human and forget things. Oh, the joy of being not too worried about taking yourself seriously. So yeah, but I think I will try to remember linking my blog post in the description. Of course, I will link all the questions, the books mentioned, and the people I tag, because I'm going to tag quite a few people because it's my tag. So starting with the first question, which is, what do you look for most when you pick up a book? I gave you some choices. A beautiful writing style, B, a character-driven story, or C, a plot-driven story. For me, that's character, writing, plot, in that order. I mostly look for character-driven stories because I like to read especially character studies in books. I find that very interesting. Writing is something that is very important to me. I love some beautiful prose, and I can overlook some plot holes when the writing is amazing. A great example is a recent read which I did a video about, A House in the Spy of Love by Anais Nin. And plot is last because I'm not really a massive plot driven story person. Also not in writing, so yeah, there's that. Question 2 is, what are your pet peeves in books? Basically the same ones as in life in general, and that is ignorance and lack of self-reflection. I don't like that in either life or books. Question 3 is, if you could print one quote on your wall, which one would it be? Either I'm half sick of shadows from the poem Lady of Shalott, because it's one of my favorite quotes, or from the same author actually Olive mentioned, Oscar Wilde, we are all in the gutter but some of us are looking at the stars. Again, just a wonderful quote. And for an outside wall, I would love to have the quote from The Great Gatsby. In his blue gardens, men and girls came and went like moths among the whisperings and the champagne and the stars. Because basically, goals, I would really like to have that atmosphere in my garden. So that one. Question 4 is, which genre would you like to explore more? And for me, I tend to want to read as widely as possible. therefore I would also really like to get more into fantasy. So any fantasy recommendations are always appreciated. Question 5 is, was there ever a movie adaptation you liked better than the book? And for me, that is Picnic at Hanging Rock. I really like the movie a lot. It's one of my all-time favorites. I will link you the trailer in the description because that's something you will have to see. I've read the book for class, therefore I also watched the movie for class, and I skim read most of the book. I don't know though how I will feel about it now, so I definitely plan on rereading it at some point and see if that is still true. Question 6. If one of your favorite books would be adapted or get a new adaptation, which book would it be, and which role would you like to play? I loved the adaptation of that movie, of the book, the movie for that book. So I don't want it to be remade because I don't like it, but because I want to be a certain character in that movie, not that I have any acting skills at all. But that is the perks of being a wallflower, and please give me the role of Sam, because basically me. So yes, Hollywood, if you would like to call me, please comment in the comment section. Question 7 is a hype book you wouldn't recommend at all. Now, one of the most pretentious things about myself, hopefully one of the few pretentious things about myself, is that I and hype books don't really go along that well. I tend to read them, but I tend to read them once all the hype is far away. But one I tried out was Colleen Hoover. I'm glad I didn't spend any money on it because nope, I'm not going there ever again. Question 8 is a book that highly influenced your life and way of thinking. Now that is for me Eichmann in Jerusalem by Hannah Arendt, and I've mentioned this book for similar questions already and a lot of times on this channel. I promise I will make a full video on it at some point. This is a book by the philosopher Hannah Arendt, and it is exploring around the topic where she observed the court trail for Eichmann in Jerusalem. Eichmann was one of the leading Nazi figures, and Hannah Arendt is a philosopher with Jewish background. Through that observation and her work with that, she created the concept or the idea of the banality of evil. And with that, she observes the mechanism behind those horrific events, and points out that that this is so shocking that Eichmann did not appear to her as a sociopath or a fanatic even, but he was just an average person who, as she points out, relies on cliches as a defense of his ideology without thinking for himself, or rather than thinking for himself. And it just taught me once more that you will have to look at the roots of certain aspects in history, in current events, in human interactions to understand behaviors. And it also taught me the importance of thinking for myself and not just going with the mass. Question 9 is, are you a fan of rereading books? Do you do it often? Unfortunately, I don't really do it often, and I don't really have the urge to do so, because I often go back and read my annotations of a book and that oftentimes is good enough for me. Question 10 is, which book title could easily be the title of your life? Hot Teen Slut. Hot Teen Slut is a poetry collection and it's very fitting. I think I've made that joke too often. Seriously though, another poetry collection is Born to Love, Cursed to Feel, which is very fitting. Also another poetry collection, Dark Sparkler, really sums up my personality quite well. But my all-time favorite has to be the Vagina Monologues, and I'm really serious about that one. Question 11 is, which book should be required reading for everyone? I go along with Olive's answer that required reading is hard to point out because every taste is different and not all of the tastes fit with a certain book, but I still think that Ahmad in Jerusalem is a must read for everyone. So on to the many people I tag. I do have to say I'm not just tagging those people because I want to spread my tag, well, that too, but I have a reason for every person on this list. The first one is Ross over at A Journey Through Books, because I just love seeing her tags in general. She is great at doing tags, and she always gives insightful answers, and I love her tags a lot, so I tag her. I also tag Sarah over at Basking in Books. She is a recent discovery on BookTube for me. I saw her subscribing to my channel and then went and checked if she had a BookTube channel, and she is actually quite active for a while now, and I don't know why she doesn't have many more subscribers than she actually has. So this is me tagging her, but also giving her a shout out if you have not already discovered her channel. I tag Becky Ford because she has been a very recent favorite of mine. I've been subscribed to her quite a while, and I've gone back to watch her backlog a lot lately. Then I tag Beth at Beth Chats Books because she is just a very uplifting personality and also always gives great answers to tags she's doing. I tag Biblio Atlas. She is probably my favorite booktuber lately. Her videos are fascinating. She has so many interesting things to say, interesting books to read, and I would love to see her answers. I also tag Megan and Alessandra over at Brushing Bookends because I feel they need a lot more love than what the subscribers are. Not that that matters, but a lot of people should go and look at their channel and subscribe. I also tagged Michael at Catalyst Reads because I did a lot of his tags, and now it's his turn to do my tag. I mean, that's how it works on here, right? Or did I get it wrong? I don't know. I'm not used to do tags anymore, so yeah, but I tag him. I also tag Chelsea at Chelsea Darling Reads because she has been another recent favorite of mine. Again, a person I've been subscribed to for quite a while now, and I would love to see her answers. I tag my friend Chrissy at Chrissy Books and Berries because we haven't really talked in a while, like via messages and stuff. So Chrissy, I tag you. I tag Emma over at Emma Bookish Lifestyle. Again, a recent discovery of mine. I tag Frede at Frederitz because apparently we are soul sisters in the regard of we are doing papers where we have to cut down our word count because the word count is always too high. So that is always nice to connect in that way. I tag Amy from the Dusty Bookshelf because I pretty much want to tag her in everything. I tagged Jennifer over at Insert Literary Pun here because I got a notification that she liked Olive's tweet where she mentioned that she did my tag. So I took it as a possible interest in doing this tag too. And what better way to discover smaller booktuber that does some lovely videos than doing her tag, right? So I would love to see your answers, Jennifer. I also tag Leah over at Hide and Seek because again, I want her to do all the tags because they are just fantastic when she does them. I tag my friend Lori at Lori Dawson because I basically also tag her in everything because I love her channel. I tag Mel at Mel's Bookland Adventures. Again, a channel I've loved watching for quite a while now and is a recent favorite. And I'm just interested in her answers. I tag Natasha over at My Reading is Odd because she has been a channel that I also got back to look at the back catalog of her channel because it's just fantastic to watch her videos. It's so, like, it's one of the best overall experiences on BookTube that you can have. So there's that. And with that goes Julie over at Pages and Pens. She is an author and I own her book. Her short story poetry collection, Shoot Down the Wendy Bird, which I will be reading as one of the first books during my summer break, so you can be on the lookout for a review of that. And she is a lovely channel as well. She has a great personality. I tag Rebecca Rapacious Reads because she is back on here and that's lovely. I tag Beth at Read Remark because we also haven't talked in a while and I would love to see her answers. I tag Celia because it's not enough that I already spam her with messages, but I am also going to spam her with tags. I tag Hannah over Snow White and the Seven Shelves, which is an awesome name and should be reason enough for me to tag her. But she's also a recent discovery and pretty new to BookTube as well. You should go and check her out. There are so many S in that name that I got a little bit I tag Rebecca and Sarah over at the Tea Hacks, and Rebecca, you can do it on your own if that has to happen. I would prefer not. I tag the Debbie over at the Book Ponderer. She is just the best, really. Her channel is just probably up there in my top 5 favorite channels of all time. She's great. Just go and subscribe to her if you have not already. What are you doing? I also tagged the Nightmare Trader. I'm not sure if he's watching my channel, but if he does, he's tagged. He's also pretty new to BookTube, and I've really been loving his channel because he reads some wide range of books, which is always great to see. I tagged Perks of Books, Erica over at the Perks of Books because I feel neglected. I tag Judy over this Suburban Mom. I'm getting alone with all those people I'm tagging. I tag Judy over at the Suburban Mom because I try to tag her in as many things as possible. I tag Lukash at Totally Pretentious because he has an amazing name now. Not that the other one was not amazing, don't get me wrong. I tag my friend Whitney. Why did I say that so weird? At Witty Novels. I'm not sure if she does tags, but I mean, what better tag to do than the one your best friend creates? So Whitney, it's not a choice actually. I tag Cara at Wild Book Garden because again she's one of those people I just want to hear her answers because she always gives great answers and introduces me to more books. I also tag Wilson at Wilson Sugart because I basically just want him to make videos and talk for as long as possible. So yes, I tag also Mark at Words Everywhere because yeah, I'm doing his poetry club, so the least thing he can do is do my tag. I mean, no, I just really want to see Mark's answers to those questions. Yeah, so that's it. I'm sorry, no, I'm not. I just wanted to say I'm sorry for tagging so many people, but I'm not, because it's my tag. Thanks again for doing the tag, Olive, and for reminding me that I did that tag at some point. And yes, I thought I will bring it on here real quick, I mean 20 minutes long. And half of it was probably tagging people. Also, Matthew, I told you you can do the questions in the comment section, because I know you're still on the tag hiatus. So thanks for watching, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye, everyone.